Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, today's reading vlog is going to be a week of Siri telling me how many pages to read. So this is gonna be fun. So I've seen this a lot and it looks great. So I mean, without further ado, I'm gonna have Siri pick 5 numbers for me. I'm gonna do it in like a work week, 5 days. And we're gonna see how much this biatch thinks I can read in a day. I think I'm gonna give it the limit of 200, which is what I've seen people do, and I'm scared, but let's ask her, okay? Hey Siri, choose 5 numbers between 1 and 200.
1 plus 200 is 201.
No!
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Okay, I guess we're gonna do this one at a time. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 200.
A random number between 1 and 200 is 175.
175. Hey Siri, pick a number between 1 and 200.
A random number between 1 and 200 is 138.
Oh my gosh, she's killing me. Where's the low numbers, man? Pick a number between 1 and 200.
A random number between 1 and 200 is 140.
All right, I don't like this. Pick a number between 1 and 200.
A random number between 1 and 200 is 189.
What? Are you kidding me? There's one more. Okay, pick a number between 1 and 100.
A random number between 1 and 100 is 68.
Why is she going, I mean, that's fine, but like, why is she going to the high end of the range that I'm giving her? What the heck is that about? So our numbers for the week are 175, 138, 140, 189, and 68. That's a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the book that I am currently on that I'll be starting this reading vlog with, and I'm already over halfway through it, but it's Shatter me. Little just thing now, I'm obsessed with this book so far. After this, the next book on my TBR is Fourth Wing. This won't get me through it, I doubt. I don't know. How many pages is this total? 710 pages. How long is Fourth Wing? I honestly don't know. Let's see. 518 pages in this book with how many left to go? I have 124 pages left in this book. 500 and something. Yeah, I'm probably gonna finish flipping 2 books with this. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, so we're just gonna have to get started. I have some other filming to do today for my other channel, but after that, we are going to sit down and we are going to read. We're gonna start on 175 pages of this bad boy. Oh my gosh. I usually read about 60 to 80 in a day, and that's not spending a whole lot of time doing it. It's just that's what I've been doing with my routine lately. That's over double what I usually read. Like, that's over double of the high end of what I usually read. Ah! Oh my gosh. Okay, this will be good. Finish this book and start the other one tonight. It's 6 o'clock. Okay. Hi, okay. So it's the next day, it's morning, good morning. And I didn't do all the reading I was supposed to do last night, but I blame my boyfriend for that because he was playing games, as you might have heard, and he usually plays until like it's time for bed, but he was getting annoyed, so he came and watched TV with me, which was nice, but he never does that, so that ate into my reading time. I still read a lot, I stayed up late reading, and I finished Shatter Me, okay, but I still have 124 pages of fourth wing that I need to read in order to catch up with yesterday's reading. But since I finished this book, I wanted to talk about it for a second. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to read the next one. Like, I cannot wait. I loved this. I won't give it 5 stars because compared to some of my other 5-star reads, it's not quite there, but 4.5. 4.5 stars. I mean, I ate it up. Like, there was never a dull moment where I was like, come on, get through it. The chapters were short, which I love when there are short chapters. It just makes you feel like you're making more progress than you actually are. Like, it's still all the same, but it just feels better. I feel like some people might not like this because of the way that it was written. Like, from this girl's POV, she is a little crazy, and if you don't know about this book, this isn't a spoiler. This girl, if she touches someone, like skin to skin contact, they die. So that's why up here it says, my touch is lethal, my touch is power. And so you see how it's crossed off? That's also a theme. So this is kind of like, it's almost like it's her diary or something, like her writing it, because she'll cross things out. She says things kind of weird, and it's just kind of showing what's happening inside of her mind. I loved it. Some people might hate that. I loved it. It was also very poetic. Again, this is something that people might not like, because if you're not into stuff like that, then you're not going to understand some of the things that she says. Like, let me find an example. Okay, so like this line here, my face is in his hands and my lips are at his lips, and he's kissing me and I'm oxygen and he's dying to breathe. One example shows that the run-on sentences are insane, but again, that's just like her state of mind. But the like, I'm oxygen and he's dying to breathe, like she says stuff like that all the time. And if you aren't into, I don't want to say poetry, but just like, I don't know, the art that is writing and words and stuff like that, then that might bother you. That's kind of like, I used to write like little poems, short story things, and about my feelings when I was real just feeling. And I kind of wrote like that. So I really love that about this. I can't wait to read more. 4.5 stars, big time. Now we're going to dive into fourth wing, catch up with where I need to be right now, and then I'm going to get the rest of my day started and read some more for today's reading later. Also, I just want to apologize. It's very dark. It's very gloomy outside, but I don't want to have all the lights on because this is like a cozy feeling, you know? So, So I have this like special edition of the fourth wing that was like the holiday edition, I think they called it, with the beautiful black sprayed edges and all that. I am excited. I'm going to take this cover off because I feel like I'm going to mess it up. I don't like reading with these covers on. It's so annoying. I've got like that much to read. And these pages. And the writing is small. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. You just got to do it. You know, that's just what has to happen. We just have to do it. A dragon without its rider is a tragedy. A rider without their dragon is dead. I've heard that like a million times on TikTok. Now I'm finally gonna understand it. Ah! Okay, hi, it's been a couple days. So I got way behind on my reading. Like day 1, I didn't fully finish. Day 2, I didn't get to finish from day 1. I didn't get to start day 2 because just a lot was happening. We had some family come over, and which was great. I just didn't get to read. So I'm finally caught up with where I'm supposed to be starting out. The first little bookmark is where I'm at. That's where I need to be by the end of the day. And I've already been reading a lot. However, I will say, and here's my little update for this book. So I was nervous because 1, so many people loved it, which is intimidating. But then 2, a lot of people were saying it's very overrated. So I was scared to get into this, like really scared. And oh boy, so far, so like I'm halfway through. This book is amazing. I love it. And I cannot wait to get to the next book. I mean, definitely not overrated. I wouldn't say underrated either. I would say it's appropriately rated, like appropriately hyped. There's never a dull moment. There has not been a single moment where I'm like, can we just like, I haven't struggled reading it. The only thing that's making me seem like take forever in this book compared to Shatter Me is just that the pages are bigger and the writing's kind of small, at least in comparison to Shatter Me. So it's taking me longer to go through each page. It's taking more like 2 minutes per page instead of 1 minute per page like the past few books have been. I'm loving this. A lot of times when there's a strong FMC, like I don't dislike her, but I can't relate because I'm just not. Like that wouldn't be me if I was in a book. But her, she is strong, but there's something about her, I really like her. And then Zayden, I finally get it now. Shadow Daddy and like everyone talking about Zayden this, Zayden that. And I was just like, okay, whatever. I get it now. Oh my gosh. I think this is going to be a 4.5 star book. I'm trying not to, I don't know if it'll be 5 stars. We'll see. I have done a little bit of the like kicking my feet because things happen and I'm like, ah! Which honestly did just happen with where I was at. Usually I care a lot more about the romance than I do about the fantasy aspect. I'd say this is like a slow burn for the fantasy, but not a slow burn for like the action and the, did I say fantasy? It's a slow burn for the romance, which usually I hate, but there's so much other stuff going on and I'm actually like very interested and entertained by the world building and like what's actually going on fantasy wise that I don't mind the slow burn romance and I'm loving it. There's tension, there's banter, there's a little bit of a love triangle and just bad boy Shadow Daddy. Need I say more? So anyways, I'm going to continue reading and hopefully get this all done today, get where I need to be done today. And because tomorrow I have like 140 something pages to read today. Tomorrow 189 or something like that. I'm gonna die. And I have to edit my YouTube video for last week. For you guys, it's gonna be last week. But for me, it's in 2 days that I have to post it. I haven't even started editing it. So okay, pardon the way I look. I have a hair mask in, blah, blah, blah. But I finished what I needed to finish last night. Like, I can't believe it. I didn't think I was gonna be able to, but I am caught up to where I'm supposed to be today. Ugh. So I have 189 pages to read today. And I've been struggling the past few days with like the 140. That's going to finish this book for me and then I'm going to start my next one, which I'm still not 1000% sure what it's going to be, but can I just say I'm flipping obsessed with this book. It is just getting better and better and I understand what all the hype is about. And like, I think Onyx Storm comes out today, if not yesterday. I can't remember. And so like, I desperately need to get my hands on Iron Flame so I can get through that and, well, not get through it, but you know, read that and then read Onyx Storm because, oh my gosh, everything on my feed today is Fourth Wing and Onyx Storm and I get the hype now. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. So anyways, I'm going to finish this today. Like I'm excited. I'm also sad. I'm sad to be done with this book because I've been putting it off for so long because I was just like overthinking everything and scared and like thinking it was going to be daunting. It's not even that big, but like I thought it was going to be daunting. I was scared that it wasn't going to live up to the hype or that it was going to bore me because I've been reading so much fantasy, like trying to go through the Akatar series. It kind of gets to be a lot. So I've read other books in the meantime, like not fantasy books, which have really helped because now I'm back into fantasy and like I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not like, this is too much. So anyways, I am so excited with this book. Oh my gosh, like I can't stop smiling. That right there shows you this is a 5-star read. I'm not done with it yet. But I'm predicting by the end, I'm still gonna believe this is gonna be a 5-star read. But anyways, let's keep reading. Last night I officially finished Fourth Wing, and oh my gosh, I wish I was recording when I finished it, because like I had full-blown like outward reactions. It's insane. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. 5 stars. 1000% 5 stars. Like, I need to get the second book ASAP. This was so good. At first, like when I was first reading it, I was thinking that it was YA for some reason, but it's not. It's definitely not. It's not smutty, I would say that, but it is spicy. Not like heavily spicy, but like we got some spice in there, and they use some language. So I'm like, oh yeah, this isn't YA. Why was I thinking it was? I don't know. I am unbearably obsessed with this. Oh my gosh. Stuff is happening that I didn't expect. Like, I didn't expect like huge twists and turns, and I guess they're not like huge, but big enough. And oh my gosh, does this end on a cliffhanger. I'm so glad that I decided to wait to read it till 3 books were out. I don't know if more are coming out or not. Like, I have no idea. But I don't have to wait like months or years to read the next one. I'm so excited because the cliffhanger. Dang. Oh my gosh. If you've read this, which I know like a lot of people have, let me know down in the comments, because we need to talk about it. This was so good. I love it. And I'm going to stop rambling because I could probably talk about this book all day long. Last night, I finished it and I started another one, because in order to get my 189 something like that pages in, I had to start another book. So I started Local Woman Missing. I got this from a blind date with a book box, which I'm obsessed with those. They're so much fun. So I knew nothing about this when I got it, which intrigued me, because while I do love reading like popular books and like BookTok books and stuff, it is also cool sometimes to come across one you've never seen. I got into this one. I was a little nervous because I saw someone, when I did the blind date with the book, someone commented and said that they couldn't really get into it. And so I was like, oh great, I wonder why. I don't know. So I understand why they said that, but I'm holding strong, and I'm starting to see that I do think I am going to enjoy this book. I think the reason it starts off a little slow is because there's so many different POVs, and one of the POVs is from someone who has really bad grammar, and like it's hard to read like that when they're saying like it ain't this, it ain't that, and I got that, like just, you know, slang and stuff like that, which I can listen to all day long, but like reading it is a little more difficult. It takes a little longer, and that was a long chapter, so I could see, I think it was only the second chapter that happens in. So like if you get past that, it's intriguing. I really don't know what to say, except like there seems to be a string of missing women. So like it starts off with one woman missing, and then you're getting POVs from other stuff like happening. You're jumping back from 11 years ago when it started to now, and you're going back and forth. There's multiple POVs, time's changing, and it's a lot to keep up with, but it also keeps it fast-paced and interesting, in my opinion. There's someone delivering something at my door, so I don't want to talk. So I have to read, what is it, like 68 pages or something like that today. Easy peasy. I have it marked. I have to read that much, which isn't much. So I won't be finishing this book in this vlog, but stay tuned, and I will be giving my full review in my January reading recap. So we're going to keep reading, and I'll end up almost halfway through this book at the end of this video. So stay tuned, and I'll let you know what I'm thinking about it. I have a doctor's appointment today, so I'm gonna have to leave in about an hour. So I don't know how far I'm gonna get into this before I have to leave. I might be able to finish it, I might not, I don't know. But let's read.
girl I've ever known. She's just as beautiful as...
Beautiful? And you think that's all that matters? Oh, hurry up and get in bed, will you?
Okay, it's the next day. I have finished the reading challenge. I actually read a little bit more than I was required to last night. I am pretty much there. I'm just about halfway through this book. And while I can't give you a full review because I won't be finishing this book in this vlog, oh my gosh. I will say it was a little hard to get into. I mean, the first little prologue, amazing. But I was determined to stick through it, and I'm so glad I did. I don't predict this to be a 5-star read. I predict it to be 3.5 to 4 because I am so interested in what the heck's going on. I also like it's different. There's like, I want to say 3 or 4 different POVs, and no one is the main character because they're like 3 or 4 POVs. I'd say there's 2 or 3 main characters, and you're jumping back and forth from present time to 11 years prior when shit went down, and now is when we're kind of like trying to figure out what the heck happened. But also back then we're trying to figure out what happened. I don't know. I am very intrigued though. I am enjoying this book, definitely. If you like mysteries, I wouldn't say this is psychological, but it is a mystery, slightly thriller-like, not like fully, I'm not like scared, but I am like super freaking curious as to what's going on and how these missing people are linked, and like I'm so curious. And the fact that I'm only halfway through and I'm like, we're starting to get some answers. I feel like there might be a twist coming. I don't know. But stay tuned. In my January recap, I will be talking about this because I will finish this in the next probably 2 days. So if you want to see the full review, watch that video, which will be coming out in a week or 2. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I realized that reading over 100 pages in a day is difficult. It's possible, but it's difficult. I have to really push myself. It's a lot of fun though, and I like doing challenges like this to help push me to read, because if I don't have something making me read more, then I'll just read a little bit and then stop. But I like being pushed to an extent. I'm very, very happy with the books we read in this vlog. None are crappy, and I, so far, recommend all of them. So be sure to go down in the comments and leave book recs for me, because though I have physical TBR and I have a paper of TBR books written down, I need more. So drop down your recommendations for me down below and I would be happy to add them to the list. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and have a wonderful day.